Okay, we're live. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inspiring Time with Juliet. Okay, yeah. So this is Inspiring Time with Juliet, and this is Moriah TV and radio at the same time. Thank you for joining us. I just want to use this opportunity to say good evening, good afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are watching us from or listening on the radio. Welcome, everyone. Today we come together not only to celebrate International Women's Day, but also to reflect on the journey of women across generations so
Mm,
far. We honor the courage, the resilience, the sacrifice of those women who have come before us, women who dared to challenge limitations so that future generations could have a stronger voice. While we celebrate progress, we must also ask ourselves questions, honest questions about the work that still remains to be done. Before we start, may I ask that you get yourself comfortable on your seats with a glass of water, cup of
mhm.
tea or coffee. Please join in that conversation. Please send your comments in, questions in, whatsoever. And because all of these things usually add value to what we're doing. Okay. Before I introduce my panel members, I want to say thank you so much for continuing to be a support to this radio and this television. God bless you all. My name is Juliet Hammond, and I am your host tonight. Who are our panel members? I have a wonderful lady, Minister Rosalind Urebu, who runs a successful childcare business and has continued to support the local communities, especially in Milton Keynes area. She has sponsored several cultural groups and still supporting people, individuals, and groups across the community in Milton Keynes. She's a minister and she also leads a large international group of prayer ministers. I also have my dear Apostle Mary Stella, the founder and director of Living Waters and Fire Ministry in Wolverhampton. She's a mother of 7 children, an apostle who leads various online groups. She's a prayer warrior, she's a coach, and she's also a counselor. Welcome, my panel members. God bless you all. Apostle Mary Stella, please tell us a little bit about you. I know I have said a little bit, but please, could you please introduce yourself to us before we
Thank
start?
you. Thank you, our lovely host, Apostle Juliet Hammond. I don't even know how to address you. Professor, Dr. Apostle Juliet Hammond, all in one. I honor the grace upon your life. I honor tenacity of purpose. You have been here for ages, year in, year out. You're standing tall on this platform, celebrating various giving yourself various reasons to celebrate the whole world. Be it Women's Day, be it whatever it is, you are always here to celebrate. I want to celebrate that tenacity of purpose. And I know that is grace. And that is something that has to be recognized. God bless you, ma'am. I want to also
God
thank God
bless.
for the life of my sister. Yes, wonderful meeting her and the wonderful job she's doing in Mason Kings. I don't take it for granted. And I know that we are not taking you for granted. May the works of your hand reach out there and bring healing to our generation. I pray in
Amen.
Jesus' name. I'm
Amen.
Marissa, like Apostle Marissa, like our host has just introduced me. I am from the Living Waters and Fire Ministry. I also run the Rossi John's table. I think I just call myself, I'm a holistic one-stop shop. You come to me and like I don't say I have all the answers, but I'm saying that I can always signpost you. So we live in an information age where we have all the
Mm.
answers. We can always signpost. We are always there to listen. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, for the grace to be part of this panel. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and Minister Rose.
Thank you, Apostle, Doctor, and Mother. Juliet, for this wonderful opportunity. I want to thank God for His grace on your life. Thank you for answering your call and doing a remarkable work in our community, celebrating women and celebrating different, diverse culture and heritage, and empowering, inspiring a lot of women, and both young, both old, and many, both men and female, both women and men in the community. May the Lord continue to strengthen you.
Amen.
I also want to say happy International Women's Day to you, and founder of Moriah organization, and also to my other woman of God, Apostle Stella. God bless you. God continue to empower you. Happy International Women's Day to you. Continue to take this mantle and continue to run with it. God will continue to strengthen you for all the good work that you're doing in your area and community. To all the women out there, happy International Women's Day to you all. I want to say that, yes, I've been introduced by our beloved, wonderful Apostle and Doctor Juliet Hammond. I am Minister Rose, and the founder of Genesis Child Care Services, and also Redeemer Prayer Group. God is faithful, God is awesome, and He is the one empowering us to do what we are doing. And I thank God for this opportunity to come once more on this wonderful platform to discuss women. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Apostle Juliet.
You are very welcome here. You are very welcome here, both of you. I would say, if you have friends and people that you can just share the links with so that they can actually join us as well, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, we can share it after the program. We can share the links and people can listen to it anywhere, and also on our radio station, Mount Moriah Radio as well.
Wonderful.
Okay, my panelists. I am going to ask some questions. This is just about talking. We're gonna just talk. Please be as honest as you can, We are honest people anyway, so we're gonna be as honest as we can. What does International Women's Day? What does it mean to you personally? And is this still important today? Is this still important? Do we still have to celebrate International Women's Day? I'm going to start with you, Apostle Mary Stella.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Pastor Juliet. Again, when I hear International Women's Day, I'm excited. When I hear International Women's Day, I think of identity, I think of purpose, I think of empowerment, I think of awareness, I think of awakening, I think of a revival, something. I think of sisterhood, I think of strength, I think of resilience, I think of woman. I think of raising a standard, women raising themselves to a standard, women as a power, as a force that brings healing, that brings transformation to our generation, that's to the universe. That it's a time of manifestation. The earth is waiting for us to manifest. It's a moment where we feel that we have to manifest. We have to pour out whatever God has embedded in us. It has to come out. We have to birth it forth. It's a time where there's global. We celebrate globally, sociopolitically, economically. Women who have to be empowered. We just want to see all the traumas we're going through. It's a day where we actually try to embrace same difference, embrace our role as a woman in the community, embrace us for bringing balance in an assignment that has given us to bring balance into our community, into our generation. How are we doing it? Are we living up to expectations? How are we doing? It's a moment of reflection. It's a wonderful day. I don't know. So far, so good. Let me hand over to you now, ma'am.
That's okay. I was just thinking, Mr. Rose, what do you think the International Women's Day means to you personally? And do you still think it's important for us to celebrate it?
Yes, yes, Apostle Juliet. The International Women's Day is it's a special day set out to recognize and appreciate the strength and achievements and contributions of women all over the world. It is a time to honor mothers, sisters, leaders, caregivers, ministers, and every woman who plays an important and vital role in shaping families, in raising children, contributing effectively, relate with all that is in us, within the community and society at large. This is a time that women are reminded, not that we don't get celebrated in our homes, but this is just a special set day, appointed day in the year when women are reminded how remarkable we are and what we have done, the progress we've made in the community, in the society, where leadership is concerned, education area, science, business, whether it be running a ministry or even catering for our family. It's like a journey. It's a journey. So also, it's a time when reflection about gender qualities are weighed. How are we being treated? Are we being treated the same way we were treated back years back down the century time? Or has things improved? Yes, it's important day because it's also not only celebrating us, it's women across the globe. It's a time of reflection. How can we do better as well from where we are, from what we have achieved? Are we being treated with respect by the other gender in the community? Are we inspiring our young children? This is a day also to remind women of our rights, especially human rights across the globe. So it's very important.
Who is the woman that have inspired you in your journey? I mean, there are so many of them that have inspired me personally. But for you, Minister Rose, who is that woman that have inspired you in your own journey?
That will
And
only
why?
be my. That's a very, very important question. Very, very good question, Dr. Juliet. My inspirational woman is my mother. I call her a lioness. She's a lioness because not only physically that she's strong, she's also mentally and emotionally strong. She inspired me because she is a motivator. She's an educationalist. Yeah, let me let the way. It's a big word. She's an educator. Let me break it down. So, and she played a very vital role in our society, especially from the local government where she was married into, which, in Nigeria where I came from. So she raised a lot of people. She raised a lot of standard, both the less privileged. She raised them, and she's also a woman of God. So apart from my mother, who's our pillar, a pillar for my, she was the foundation that my father stood and run his ministry successfully and raised our family. She came from a polygamous family, but she was strong and very intelligent, very, very wise. So she is my inspirational woman. She motivated me. And also, not only that, she raised us up in the Lord, and I really appreciate that her strength. Apart from my mother, yourself, Apostle Dr. Juliet, you inspire me. You
Really?
inspire me because you do quite a lot. I admire your strength. I admire your humility. I admire your intelligence. I admire your passion for God's things. You know, you love God, and that is very, very inspiring. And the things you do in the community, one of it is this radio station, and so many other things that you do. So you are very inspiring. You're my inspiration woman. Another person is Mrs. Nkechi Okorocha. I will not mention all my inspirational women. I have only three people. You, my mother, you, and Mrs. Nkechi Okorocha. We call her national um, top director of Mary Kay and accountant by profession. So she has done so much in the community. Again, I celebrate her today, especially because where I am, she mentored me. She mentored me both in the Lord, both in my life journey. She was a great coach, and she has achieved so much on her side. So yeah, these are all three of you are my inspirational women.
Wow, 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 wow. I feel so honored. Thank you so much, Minister Rose. I'm just going to go back to Apostle Mary. Apostle, do you think that the younger generation see international women's day differently from the older generations? Do you think so?
Well,
While we are celebrating it, I see some of them quite quiet, reserved. They don't know what to say, I think.
I, it's amazing. Thank you for that question again, Mama Juliet. It's amazing that they are privileged to have us here. They can learn from us. They can listen. They are very privileged, and they are just silent. The people don't. Children don't listen by what you tell them to do. They listen by what they see you do. So they see us celebrate. They see us go out there, reach out to the world, work hard to give out to communities. I know that they are watching. They don't have to tell us how they feel, but we have faith in the younger generation because we live in an era where where we already understand what it means to educate the girl child. Unlike in those days when we were not yet emancipated, we just taught the girl child your place is in the kitchen. They never taught us how to create a safe space. We never knew anything about safety. We never knew how to draw to put healthy boundaries. We never knew how to create a table for ourselves and sit down and say, you know what, if I don't have a space on your table, I can actually prepare my own table and get people to dine with me because there are many things out there to do. So we are doing these things now and they are watching. And I think that they are going to be better than us because they are seeing us do these things. They are going to be better off than us because, I mean, we didn't see, we are just learning. I don't know about you, but I'm just learning. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just picking from here and there. But they can see us actually doing it. I trust in them. It's gonna be good. It's better. It's
Wonderful.
gonna be better than now. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to use this opportunity to remember some of the women that inspire us all,
Mm,
the women that have dared to challenge limitations previously,
mm,
historically as well. People like Mary Cooley, the first person to win two Nobel Prizes in two different fields in science. That woman inspires me a lot. And
mm,
then the famous Rosalind Franklin, a British chemist who produced the first image of DNA, you know, and who also helped in discovering the double helix structure. These are women in history, and I want to also remember a Chinese American lady, a nuclear physicist, Chong Yun, Chan Shin Wu. This is a lady that helped to uh, kind of kind of helped in the project that they conducted. They call it the Wu experience, in physics as well. I want to also remember people like Amelia Earhart, in sports, the first female aviator to fly solo across Atlantic Ocean as well. Bessie Coleman, the first African American woman to become a licensed pilot, you know, overcoming racial and gender discrimination. That woman is such an inspiration to many. How about Serena Williams, a
Mm.
dominant tennis player who broke records while overcoming physical and systemic challenges? I mean, that woman, she did all of that, and she did that while pregnant as well. She was playing while pregnant. I mean, these are the women that I remember today. I don't want to forget Malala. I don't know if you know that lady that she's always been, talked about in on the news. A Pakistan activist for female education who survived an assassination attempt, by
Mm-hmm.
the Taliban. That young lady, and she was given the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. I remember that lady, and I remember Rosa Parks as well, a civil rights activist who defied segregation laws by refusing to give up her seats, her bus seats. That is back in America. These are the women that really pushed boundaries,
Mm.
women that pushed limitations to give us the voice we have today. And that takes me to the next point, next question. Panel, what are the most effective ways to challenge and overcome negative stereotypes about women? There's so many stereotypes about us out there. So, how is the best effective way to overcome them? I'm going to start with you, Minister Rose. If you can tell me how you, or if ever it is being overcome, that's all. you know, how are we
Mhm.
overcoming our stereotypes, the negative stereotype that we do have out there?
How I dealt with it, because it will always be there. These
Hmm.
negative stereotypes will always be there. But I think hopefully as years goes by, it will kind of mellow down, because through education, through awareness, through workshops, through positive role models, through coming out with like this kind of opportunity we have, we gave us this opportunity to come and air things. So this kind of platform will now help to, reduce these stereotypes of, and this stereotype is generated or originated from culture, communities, and it's just the perspective of certain background, how people hear how women are talked down upon, or how communities or cultures treat women. Myself, I've had a lot of things. I have a lot. Some people said to me, especially the opposite gender. So they will say things like, they will be so judgmental and say, "Oh, women are not allowed to do this. Women are not allowed to preach. Women are not allowed to do ABCD." And these are stereotypes, that were formed by such men because of how they were brought up. And how I dealt with it is, I have to understand from where they're coming from, because some of them is lack of understanding, lack of knowledge, and basically ignorance. So I understand that if they were in tune with the latest legislations, or perhaps latest cultural values, they wouldn't think that way. And they need education, because some of them, I just said to them, this is what the word of God says, or this is what the legislation says. So I will refer them back to, the latest update. And I will encourage them, and I will kind of have some kind of discussions with them. So another way we can do this is, yes, people can judge women for many, many reasons. Oh, women are not allowed to perhaps answer back, or perhaps dress in certain ways, but men are allowed to do whatever they want to do. So these are the
Yeah.
things that women face even up to today.
Mm,
So this is
mm.
characteristic behavior some of the men have. And unfortunately, some women have bought to this, also speak down on fellow women. And they joined the men to put us down in ministry, put us down in the community as well. Women are doing it to their fellow women. So this does not help with confidence building. So I believe that I have to build my own confidence by getting more knowledge about my strength, my rights as a woman in the community. And I think such as strength and confidence can be reinstated in other women's lives by creating a focus group or creating kind of educational events
Yeah.
whereby women can be encouraged to speak out, to have a voice, to achieve their career, to reach to any height they want to reach without being intimidated by what
Mm.
any other person, male or female, tells them or try to bring them down. So
Mm.
these are my own experience, and my own recommendation will be to encourage inclusion and respect across both genders. So men to create a platform where we promote teamwork, equality across these genders, and we mix together, and we all know that we can play parts. If a man can take babysit a woman, a baby or a child, a woman can do the same thing. If a woman can cook, a man can cook. So there is nothing like this is a woman's job or this is a man's job. So it's that
Mm.
awareness, that inclusion, to teach each other, each gender, to respect one another. And
Mm.
that's another way to overcome it.
Wow.
Mm.
So I'm going to go to Apostle Mary.
Yeah.
What are the most effective ways to challenge those stereotypes?
Yeah. Thank you again, my great apostle. I would say that women must be strategic in leveraging their perspective. We have to be strategic. We have to create symposiums. We have to create conferences, and we need mentorship. We have to come out in mentorship.
Yeah.
We have to embrace our identity. We have to be authentic in the way we do things. Don't have to be fake. We have to live inside our reality. It is difficult it's difficult to stereotype reality, or it's difficult to stereotype authenticity. So we have to learn to be authentic one another. And we have to also learn they say the threshold of the woman, their pain is too thin. So they use that against us as a weakness. So we have to learn how to manage crisis and conflicts, manage our pain, manage our anger management, and manage the way we react to
Mm.
situations. We have to manage all those things so that at least we can fit in. We have no, and then men respect women that are empowered. We have to learn how to, if every man has to be able to empower themselves and not be dependent on anybody, and teach the girl child, bring up the girl child to be empowered as well. So that we actually completely one day we eradicate all these stereotypes. Women have to learn how to work smart and not hard. Because of the prejudices we face daily, we must learn how to be resilient. We must learn how to develop thick skin, thick flesh. Women must be able to stand up one another. Sisterhood is very important. Like the first speaker, the other speaker said, the former speaker said, women, we are good at bringing down fellow women. We join the men to be, especially in ministry. And so we are the ones that stand up against fellow women. No, we should remember sisterhood. We should stand together and be proud of each
Mm.
other, be proud of sisterhood. No,
Mm.
we should be able to support them in business. Like I just remember, like last year, it was amazing to see Northwest Bank women working in Northwest Bank. They came out in the West Midlands. They were out there doing outreach to women in business, trying to support them to make sure that they have something doing in life, to make sure they empower them in their business, find out their difficulties and see how they can help. That is what it is. The women that are already up there, they're already settled down. They should turn back to look at those that are struggling and see how they can give a helping hand, how they can take you through so you come out of wherever, you come out from every obscurity, come out of every bondage. So that before you know it, sister will be proud of each other. And before you know it, the woman is completely free from every prejudice.
Mm.
So we have to stand for
Mm.
one another, have to love one another, have to share and respect one another, and we have to draw healthy boundaries. We have to honor one another. There are awards for women that come out, things like awards to remind them of their achievements, to honor them of their achievement, recognize them of their achievements, and empower them and make them feel appreciated. It's powerful to say thank you. It's powerful to say, I see what you're doing. I see you. Let us do those things that can actually, come out of the box. Be busy throughout the year, reaching out, empowering one another. Thank you.
I mean, your answers are absolutely wonderful and spot on as well. I hear workshops, I hear education, I hear seminar symposiums, I hear different kinds of awareness, supporting and eliminating competition
Mhm.
amongst the women supporting each other. Those are just how different ways we can overcome these stereotypes
Mhm.
about us women. That is powerful. I just want us, because I can see our time is going really really fast. What are the practical steps that women can take to strengthen our own voices? Because sometimes I don't think that our voice is heard. I mean, look at in the global states. I feel that the men are the ones that are making decisions about going to war, about fighting, about bombing and killing and harming and all of that. But how do we practically strengthen our own voices, support one another, and advance equality, amongst us as a society? I don't know if you understand what I mean, but how do we practically do this? It's as if they are there and we are here. That's how I feel sometimes.
Mhm.
Minister Rose, how do we even begin
Hmm.
to shape and make sure that our voices are heard?
Ah, Apostle Dr. Juliet, this is a very, very important question. All the questions are very, very, very important. But this one, how do we take the steps? It's another powerful question. We can take the steps by speaking out for ourselves. Number one, we can be our own voices in standing up against stereotype, against prejudice, against inequality that is being thrown at us. Despite all the things that women do, even in the family, still, women doesn't get recognized as much as we're being recognized, but not as much as should be by the other gender and also by some of our fellow women. So again, another way to tackle this is advocating for those who have no voice, those who are really going through this stereotype, this discrimination, this gender inequality, and they're experiencing it in daily. We, the women that are leaders, can stand in the gap and advocate for those that are less privileged.
Mhm.
Another way is we can now continue to promote awareness through creating social media platform, and whereby we can have a debate, an open debate, even with the opposite gender and fellow gender.
Do
And
you
also,
think do you think we are heard that way? Do you think we are heard that way?
we are not heard that way as much as we should, actually. I think that one is there. It's good that we have the social media, but we have to start from our home, because the basic principle of everything we do, the 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 the, the way we present ourselves outside outside there in the community. It starts from our foundation. So we have to start from home to educate. And this boils down to parents to educate our children, both male and female, how to be empowered, how they can also, how we empower them to also empower themselves, both in education sector, both in school, in the community, at church. Wherever we see our children, both at home, we need to educate them because parents are the first educators of their children. According to education, or let's say according to statistics, according to findings, parents are their children's first educators. So when the foundation at home is solid and rounded, and the parents are able to raise the child up, give them equal opportunity at home, give them the good background whereby the male child will respect the female child and vice versa.
Yeah.
They will carry that upbringing into the community when they grow up, and they will become a positive role model. So the main foundation is from the home.
Wow. That's absolutely wonderful. I just want to read some of the comments that has just coming through. Dr. Rita Wokeji said, International Women's Day is a time to reflect on the milestones of achievements by women. There has been a lot of progress in the recognition of women in the society. There is still a long way for women, a long way for women to conquer. And she's telling us, she said, congratulations to you three. I like the topic and you are all handling the topic well. Thank you so much, Dr. Rita. And Carol Ahakwe said, I believe it should start from home. Train the girl child to be confident and believe in themselves. She continues to say that education, you have to know and be able to communicate and convince the people you are talking to as well. So people are watching, people are listening. And then Ayango said, speaking for ourselves, advocating for those who have no voice and are less privileged. So we are getting a lot of comments there. Thank you so much for all the people that are commenting. Please bring it on. We are all learning ourselves. Apostle Mary, I want you to come back in as well and just let us know, what are those practical steps? I know that Ms. Rosa says so much about those. How do we instill confidence? Someone has mentioned it here. It says, how do we instill confidence and self-belief on other women? You have many children. I know they are confident children. And how did you even come about that?
Wonderful. Number one, I would say, Monogo, stay positive. Stay positive. Do not live on past glories. Be focused. Do not live on past glory. Yesterday is gone. It's a bounce check. Today is what you have. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Stay positive. The question I will ask again is like, how do you eat an elephant? So you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So it's one day at a time. You cannot do it all at the same time. You cannot do it all at the go. You just have to take time. One day at a time. The Bible, we know the Bible. I will send the Amalekites out. I will send the enemies out gradually. I will straighten these things gradually. It will come with time. Just stay positive, stay focused, taking one step at a time. Guard ourselves, guard our heart, guard our respect. It's very important that we guard our self-respect. Respect yourself, respect your environment, respect them. Say, draw healthy boundaries, create safe spaces. Know your environment, get active, get involved. Like I talk about symposiums, workshops, recognitions, all those awards, things that can come out, get involved. Just stay positive. Learn to deal with pain. Learn to anger management. Learn to receive forgiveness. Learn to receive apologies that was not given. To forgive and to move
Mm,
on, because it's toxic. We have to keep these things on. It's toxic. Women should learn to be, because they say women, they keep grudges for a long time, and so it's destroying us. Let all those negative
mm,
habits, let it purge out from us, and let us just
mm,
move on, and we go strong. Just trusting, one day at a time. We will get there.
mm, mm. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Carol
Mm,
Ohakwe. And I want to also mention Sam Hodge. He's a
mm,
gentleman. He's wishing us all a happy Women's Day. And
mm,
thank you for the initiative. Thank you all for all that are commenting. Thank you so much. I will keep, bringing those comments up as well. I want to
mm,
also remember some of the women that does, some of the women that we are very proud of.
mm.
Um, I hope we haven't lost our dear Post UK.
Right.
Please
Okay.
don't dropping
Yeah.
you.
Sorry.
Okay,
I was stopped. It's my fault. Just ignore me.
right. Okay. I want to also recognize people like Rosa Parks, known as the mother of the freedom movement. This is a lady that refused to give up her boss seat in 1955. And Kamala Harris, I don't know, nobody can forget Kamala Harris, the very first African American president, vice president of the United States. I want to also remember Ada B. Wells, an investigative journalist and anti-lynching activist who helped found the NAACP. This woman does us proud. I want
Mm,
to also recognize Diane Abbott. In 1987, this new lady became the very first Black woman elected in the British Parliament. That was a big thing during the time. I want to also remember Baroness Doreen Lawrence. After the racist murder of her son, this lady, you remember Stephen Lawrence? In 1993, this lady's son was murdered. But Baroness Doreen Lawrence led a long campaign for police reform, which has resulted to a landmark report that we have today in this country. I want to also remember Marvis Best, who led this scrap boss source campaign. Mary Seacole. Remember Lady Mary Seacole, despite being refused to help in the war. During the war, she founded her own funded her own travel. Went into the Crimean War in 1854, and she
mm,
was a nurse. She was a nurse soldier, overcoming
mm,
racism and provided medical care to people. I just want to remember these women today. Or is it Mayo? I don't want to forget this lady. This lady that is a poet, Maya Angelou, a poet and author, a civil rights activist who overcame poverty and racism. Or Frida Kahlo, a painter who challenged conventional arts, gender and physical limitation. And she was just wonderful, produced the most wonderful act that we have in history. How about Jane Austen, a novelist who challenged the society, the limitations placed on women, limiting them from writing? And this lady, come and see all her work, all her writing. Jane Austen novels is all over the place. Everyone knows it. I just want to remember these women, and the women that we know about, that's giving us all the moral support that we have. I want to especially remember a lady that challenges me, a lady that motivates me, a lady that I have come to love, I have come to admire. And she's no longer, she's none other than Reverend Veronica Fasang. She's fearless. This is a lady that co-founded a large worldwide prayer line that is praying 24 hours. I want to remember Oprah Winfrey, a media mogul who became the first Black woman billionaire. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and mention these people's names, but these people have challenged limitations, pushed boundary, and given us a voice that we are enjoying today. we want to say thank you so much to these women. What are your last thoughts? I mean, we have come, towards the end of this very program. But what is your last thoughts, Rose? What are your final thoughts today? What kind of advice would you give to women out there?
Thank you so much, Dr. Apostle Juliet. My advice will be to women out there is keep on pushing boundaries. Keep on being the pillar in your families, community, in your state, your country, and to the world. Keep on shining. Do not allow your star, your light, to be dimmed by any stereotypical behavior or agenda around you. Do not bring yourself low or reduce your abilities or your skills just because someone does not believe in you. Believe in yourself and keep
Yes.
going, keep striving. Women out there in leadership, I encourage you to continue to lead well, and I encourage you to continue to be an inspiration to the young ones, to the youth, both male and female. I will encourage you to also continue to as many as come across your way that are youths. Again, women and men, including young boys and young girls. Also, speak up and challenge stereotype behavior around you. Any stereotypical behavior, challenge it. Speak up and be the voice to the voiceless. In your community, continue to create an atmosphere where you will have a conference, where you will have a kind of event where you can educate your community, everyone there, about equal rights. Challenge any negative attitudes.
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
continue to
Thank you so much.
respect and continue to be an exemplary, lead an exemplary behavior. That is my advice to women.
Thank you so much, Minister Rose. And of
So,
course, Apostle Mary Stella will have a last word, final
Wonderful,
words.
wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Finally, I'm just going to go back. I'm going to look at the woman down there, the woman at the grass level. I want just to empathize with the families that have lost women in domestic violence. This is a time when women have to learn about something very big, that we are not just cut out for something, just for anyhow. We are cut out for something larger than life. We must understand this because we have the tendency, women, to run back into the arms of those that abuse us. No, we should learn how to come out, stand out, and face and challenge and face the storms of life and embrace them and climb, surmount those mountains, bring them down, stand tall. There are agencies that can listen to us. Call agencies, speak to another woman, call somebody, speak to somebody. Do not die in silence. Let women learn how to support each other. So we don't want to hear casualties again, domestic violence casualties. No, it should not be happening again. There are many women out there that are going out, women in women's body and carrying men's brain. So I pray that this kind of women, they must have the support that we need, that the support out there. There are agencies that can help. You can call Moriah, you can call sister, you can call women out there, speak to somebody. Do not die in silence. I think that should be my final. But women to learn how to come out and stand tall. We are larger than life. I repeat, our identity crisis. We should know whose we are and we should know that we are here on earth on a specific assignment to create a balance. And this must be done by us realizing that we are not just objects of ridicule. We are human beings and we have a purpose.
That's
Thank you, ma'am.
wonderful. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. You people have just tackled this topic so beautifully, honestly, so wonderfully. And when we are talking about women, we are talking about women from all areas of life,
Mm.
from all religion, from all creed, culture, be it in Africa, be it in Asia, in the far Middle East. We're talking about women across the board. We're talking about women that are rich, those that are poor, those
Mm.
that are leaders, and those that are being led. The housewife. We're talking about the single parent. We're talking about those that are housewife in their own homes, managing their home effectively. These are the women that we are talking about. We want to say thank you so much for all you're doing. We're using this day, this
Mm.
International Women's Day, to recognize all that you do and to use the opportunity to say thank you so much. As we draw close tonight, as this panel closes tonight, I don't think it's gonna close. I just think it's something that is going to continue. This discussion will
Mm-hmm.
continue
All right.
for a long, long time. But let us live with one clear understanding. The voice of a woman matters. Her ideas matters. Whether it is in the house, whether it is in the church, whether it is in the business, but whether it is wherever in at workplaces, work settings, the
Mm.
voice of a woman matters. Her ideas matters. Her leadership matters. When women rise, family rise, communities they rise, and nations they
Mm.
rise. The future we desire will not happen by chance, I tell you. It will only happen because women and men work together closely with
Mm.
courage, fairness, and opportunity for everybody. Let us continue to speak very loud. Let us continue to lead, and let us continue to stand together as women and see the change. Thank you, my dear panel. Apostle Mary, thank you.
God bless you,
Minister
ma'am.
Rose, thank you so much. And I hope
Thank
to bring
you.
you back again here in my platform for other topic again. Have a
Lord,
good night. Have a
have a
good
good
evening.
one.
And all
Thank
that
you.
are watching us, thank you so much. Join us again next week. Next week is a Mother's Day, and we have a wonderful panel coming to speak about parenting and how we are as mothers and how we can improve as mothers. Join us again. Have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you, man of God.
Thank you. Thank you.